Okay, so For Your Time by Prateek Kuhad. There are so many parts in these songs, and of course I'm teaching the audio trail live version. In the studio version, he's actually not using acoustic guitar, he's using electric guitar, and most of it is just strumming. So of course I'm teaching the live version on acoustic. The capo is on the 8th fret. Now the plucking pattern of this song is kind of all over the place because he's using a different technique in almost all the parts. So I will try to teach you what he's trying to play. I mean the notes he's trying to play, the notes he's reaching for. But you don't have to play it exactly like him. You can just take a couple of plucking of this song and just do the entire song like that. So let's look at the chords first. We have this G chord, okay, without the first string. So just your third finger on the 3rd fret of the E string, your second finger on the 2nd fret of the A string, okay. Sometimes he's playing this chord with his second and first finger. It doesn't matter as long as the notes are right. Then this typical Prateek Kuhad C chord, 3rd and 4th finger on the 3rd fret of the A and E string, 2nd finger on the 2nd fret of the D string, 1st finger on the 1st fret of the B string. And the D chord, just like this C chord but 2 frets up, okay, you can clearly see that in the diagram. Then this regular E minor chord, okay, you all know how to play this chord. That's it. And then we have few chords in the bridge section, that you hold my silence in your truth. There he's playing this C, the regular C chord without the G in the bass, okay. And then this B minor 11 something, just call it B minor, okay, like this. Your first finger on the 2nd fret of the A string, 3rd finger on the 4th fret of the D string, 2nd finger on the 3rd fret of the B string, and G and E string are open, okay. Then we have this A minor 7, just like the A minor chord, but 3rd string is open, G string, okay. And then we have this D chord, okay, just like the C chord but 2 frets up. I hope you got the chords, not very hard chords to play. Okay, now let's look at the intro first. In the intro, whenever he's doing this slap, okay, he's actually trying to play this D and G string. Okay, so try to hit those strings. It doesn't matter if you don't get it correctly, as long you get this vibe. Okay, so you can pretty much ignore the notes in the brackets that I have written in the tabs. Okay, so don't worry about those. Those are just the note that you can hear on the top of the high note. So just keep that in mind. Okay, so the intro starts with this. Your 2nd finger on the 3rd fret of the E string, your 4th finger on the 4th fret of the G string, play them together, okay. Then your 1st finger on the 2nd fret of the G string and play it. Okay, so E string we are playing with your thumb, G string play with your 1st or 2nd finger. I'm using my 2nd finger, okay. And don't leave this 3rd fret of the E string when you are playing this 2nd fret of the G, okay. Then we have the slap. So use your thumb to slap the bottom 2 strings, okay, and simultaneously you have to kind of use the back of your 1st finger or 2nd finger to strum the D and G string. It can get a little tricky. Don't worry about it if you don't get it right away. Okay, again slowly. Okay, then again we are playing this E string, and now your 4th finger is on the D string of 4th fret. Okay, so play them together. Okay, then 3rd string open, the G string, then again D string, 4th fret, your 4th finger is still there. Okay, so from starting, then again we have the slap. So when you do this slap, lift off your 4th finger and put your 1st finger on the 2nd fret of the D string. Okay, so you should hear this 2nd fret in the slap. Okay, then play the D string open. Okay, so that's the first part. You can see it in the tabs also. Okay, put your second finger on the 3rd fret of the A string and plug the E and A string together using your thumb and first finger, of course. Okay, then play the D string with your second finger, then again the slap with the D and G string. Okay, then lift off your 3rd finger from the 2nd fret. Your second finger is already on the 3rd fret of the E string. Put your first finger on the 2nd fret of the A string and play them together now. Okay, then play the open A string. Okay, then 2nd fret of the A string again, then again the slap and D string open. Okay, so now I'm playing the entire first part of the intro. That's the first part. In the second part of the intro, we are kind of playing it similar, the first part of the intro, the first part, but in the second part we are actually ending it slightly differently. So I'm only teaching you the second part. You can see it in the tabs, the first part and the second part. Only the second part is different. Okay, so second part of the intro, the ending goes like this. Play both of the strings together, E and A, then D string, just like we did in the first part, then slap, then play the G string again. Okay, now do the same plucking, but put your first finger on the 2nd fret of the A string. So now play both of those strings together, then D string, again slap and G string. Okay, so the second part of the entire intro sounds like this, only the second part. Okay, so the entire intro. I hope you got that. I hope I'm not confusing you. Just follow the tabs and don't worry about the slap and hitting the strings accurately. Okay, you don't have to. It should just kind of sound like this. As long as it sounds similar to this, you don't have to worry about anything. And you will play this entire intro twice. Okay, the entire intro, just play it twice. Then we are in the verse, which goes like this. Okay, so for that, hold this G chord with your 3rd and 2nd finger only. Play E and G string together. Okay, with your thumb and first finger. Then use your 2nd or 3rd finger to pluck the B string. Then slap again, kind of playing the A string. Then again play the lowest A string, so then B and G string again. Then again the slap and G string. Okay, so on the G chord we are doing this. Okay, now we are doing the similar thing on C and D, but only half. So it sounds like this. Okay, on the C chord play E and D string together, then pluck the B string, then slap, then again pluck the E and D string together. Okay, unlike G chord where we pluck only E string after the slap. So it sounds like this from the C. Sorry. So when you are playing these strings together, E and A, we are actually coming its D chord. So then B string, G string, slap and G string on the D chord. Okay, so the C and D sounds like this. Sorry. Okay, so we are singing with this part, so it sounds like this. We did life together without tired limbs and bones, next side together. In the last line, find a way to come back home, come back home. He's playing it slightly differently on the C chord, he's doing I mean the C and D chord, he's doing this. He's playing on the C chord, E and D string together, then only second string, so, and slap. Then in the D chord, E and D string, then B and G. Then on the C chord, E and B string and G string. So, okay, so E and B is together on the C chord. So the last part of this verse 1 sounds like this. Okay, but when he's playing the C chord, he's kind of lifting off his first finger, so it sounds like this, like a pull off. Okay, so the last part of the verse 1 sounds like this entirely with the G chord. Okay, then he's going into the pre-chorus. Okay, so I'll play the entire verse 1, and keep that in mind that he's not doing this plucking like this. Is kind of going in and out, fading in and out, so it sounds like this. Okay, I'm just teaching you the notes that he's aiming for. I hope you got that. The first verse sounds like this. We did lie together with our tired limbs and bones in exile together. Find a way to come back home. In the home is going into this E chord, which is pre-chorus. I did pause, I did stay, I did fall, I did. Okay, so in this pre-chorus also there are two parts. The first time he's playing something different. He's playing the same chords, but he's doing different kind of plucking. But you can take the plucking that we do in the first part and just copy paste on the second part. I am not teaching you like that. I am teaching you both the parts he's doing. Okay, you don't have to play it exactly like him. I'm just doing extra work because I have a lot of free time, I guess. So, okay, so in the pre-chorus we have these chords E minor, C, G and this D chord. Okay, in the E minor chord we are doing kind of the same plucking we did on the G chord of E and D string together, then B, then slap, then E string again, then B, G, slap again and G. Okay, okay, do the exactly same plucking on the C chord. Okay, just get this plucking down and do it exactly on the C and E minor, both the chords. Okay, again same thing on the G chord. Okay, so the pre-chorus. On the D chord we are doing something different. On the D chord play now E and A string together. Kind of the same thing, but once we are not including the B string. So play E and A string together, then pluck the D string, okay, and slap. Then play the E string again. Okay, and lift off your second finger from the D string. Okay, then play G and D string. So D string will be open when you play it. Then slap again and again play the D string. Sometimes instead of D string he's playing the A string by accident, I think. Okay, so it sounds like this on the D chord. Okay, so the first part of the pre-chorus, it sounds like this entirely with the lyrics. I did pause, I did stay. Okay, and then we have I did fall, I did care. Again we are doing something different. Okay, so now the plucking is in the E minor chord. He's weirdly doing something different, and I don't think this is accidental, because in every part in the other videos too I saw him doing this thing. Okay, he's doing this E and A string together, then D string, okay, then slap, then he's playing B string and E string together, then he kind of stops there, then and he slaps again and plays the B string again. So the E minor chord weirdly sounds like this. Okay, then on the C chord we have again the normal plucking, but one string up. So play E and A string together, then D string, then slap, then again play the E string, okay, then G, D, slap again, and G string, okay. Okay, so E and C sounds like this in the second part. Okay, same thing that we did on the C, do it on the G chord. Okay, it's the same plucking, so don't worry. Then D chord, just plug the lowest three strings E and D together. Okay, so second part of the pre-chorus. I did fall, I did care. Okay, so I'll sing the entire pre-chorus. I'll try to sing the entire pre-chorus. I did pause, I did stare, I did fall, I did care. Okay, then we are in the chorus.